Okay. Yeah. This is Kal Kat, the Kal Kat's turn. This is movie night thingy. And tonight's movie night thingy is the search and discovery of Iron Sky Part 2. The race. Iron Sky 2, The Coming Race, is a 2019 Finnish film that was crowdfunded in 2016 to 2019. One of the crowdfunding people was Mark's Cards, so it's one of his. So I had to watch it. So I couldn't find it initially, but apparently it has been released to Amazon Prime. It's on Netflix. I don't know if it's an edited version though. But Amazon Prime has it. You can also rent or buy if you want to watch it. It's a sci-fi dystopian sequel to the original Iron Sky from several years ago, which was a movie about bizarre conspiracy theories, moon Nazis, and President Sarah Palin blowing up the world, basically. So yeah. The original was actually 2012. So yeah. And it was an alternate universe where instead of Obama, it was Sarah Palin. Won the thing. Does everything from having a slew of baddies of the world become sort of lizard aliens, the Vril, who live in the center of the earth, to having one be a pope and the queen and a bin Laden and of course Hitler, Caligula and a number of other people, and Steve Jobs, who was turned into a lizard. There's it's 40 years after the nuclear war, and the survivors of humanity are living on the moon in the old Nazi base. They don't know what that Otto Kier's character is alive, and that he has a plan to get back to the center of the earth. So he's basically Strawberg from Transtech, and he gives our hero a one of his fingers, which grows back because he's got powers because he's a lizard. After explaining that he started humanity, like apparently they're making fun of a number of things, but mainly that Prometheus movie had been eating monkeys in it and stuff. Just like yes. And the center of the earth and all that, which they did do in the Godzilla movie. So apparently the Godzilla versus Kong movie, the recent one, they were the center of the earth there too. Of course, the center of the earth has been a sci-fi trope since Journey to the Center of the Earth. Jules Verne. So, yeah. But yeah, that was before they understood how that would work. Wouldn't really work, how you can't have, as you drill down even miles into the Earth's crust, you encounter so much heat and pressure that nothing could survive under even the crust in the mantle. It would be destroyed. So that doesn't work. But they didn't understand how that worked when they wrote this sci-fi stories. But yeah, there's at one point the Hitler character is riding a T-Rex that he's named Blondie. So clearly, reality is not something they're worried about. On the moon, crashes the spaceship. So they go to the center of the earth. The lady, the girl, the black lady, her Russian friend, her buffed wrestler friend, and the leader of the Jobites, that cult that has appeared to worship Steve Jobs and then the cell phone. Earlier on, the cult is introduced as being very harsh, and if they have a jailbreak phone, their followers blown up. So that enters, the story goes in there later where they have exploding phone. See where there's little Mark's Cards in here because it's got the old G.I. Joe exploding computer thing. It's also got characters quipping one-liners that are clearly inspired by that. There's even a cannibalistic scene in which the lizard people, dressed as people, eat the followers of the other guy when they get down into the earth. Except for the muscle guy who they leave behind. Escape with the spaceship. And they get up in the spaceship and they go. So, yeah. I don't know if it counts as a creature features thing, but it could be in that section. You could put this in unofficial creature features, but it's not technically a creature feature because it's technically us doing our own thing. So we watched I watched a messed up movie and I don't think so. Technically, it's not unofficial creature features because it's not them. So no, it's just its own thing. It's review, and so yeah, it's not as good as the first one. The first one had cleverer jokes and better pacing and timing, and this one was just kind of over the top, trying desperately to be. Yeah, so it's not as good. It took them 5 years to make it. It said in that commentary. Yeah, it had. It's okay. It's fine. I guess it's worth a rental, but don't buy it. Unless you donated to the Kickstarter, then you might want to buy it. And I have donated to some Kickstarters before. I donated to the Renegade Studios. I did the Renegade series after Of Gods and Men and Of Gods and Men. Also something else. We donated to the. Not sure if we did Hidden Frontiers or not. I think we might have a little bit. Let's see what else. Excalibur, which didn't get finished. Of course, our own fan film Chimera, and Chimera, and the All Transformers mush, and that. Yeah. So. In the Zillion space. So we have done some of these. Yeah. Salad Fingers remake. Yeah. The Salad Fingers, reunion, whatever it was. That too. So, from a couple of years ago. Yeah, so, so, yeah, it's all right. It ain't great, and then some people are being hypercritical of it, saying, "Oh, this is really stupid" and everything. And it's like, well, it's supposed to be really stupid. So yeah. What that's not the problem. Is that some of the jokes don't work, and the pacing is a little weird. But it reminds me of like a less funny version of Ice Pirates. A little bit of it reminded me also of what was it? That was Battle Beyond the Stars. A little bit of Mad Max in there. A little bit of Journey to the Center of the Earth. A little bit of bunch of stuff. A little bit of what was it? There was a movie about the center of the Earth too. That was like there was a '50s movie that sells it's very similar to but the center of the Earth. The Lost World, I think it was, or something like that. Or they go down to in the middle of the Earth, the Lost World. Not the Jurassic Park Lost World, but rather, I don't see moon Nazis and Raelian lizard people, and there were a couple of scenes that were trying to be clever. Like there was a scene where they're all having a meal, Last Supper kind of thing, and all the Illuminati bad guys are in there. that was kind of funny. The idea that Hillary Clinton and Margaret Thatcher and everybody are in there, and along with Osama bin Laden and Hitler. It's kind of funny, a little bit. Yeah, and the idea of them eating Sarah Palin is funny, but Yeah, she didn't end up being president, or did she? Yeah, she was a vice presidential candidate, but she didn't win. So. Kane didn't win, so she didn't win. Well, tagline is "Make Earth Great Again," but actually they just threw that on there. Donald Trump is nowhere in this movie at all. There was this weird short subject space movie that came out this year that was about Trump going into space as a cloned space hero. It was really bizarre. Yeah, it was a short film though. Stupid. And clearly it's supposed to be a spoof, but also taken a little too seriously. It could have been a spoof. But that wasn't this movie. It's probably confused for this movie. It's not. First one's is better. Some people. There was a list of people that had died in the audience. What's weird is look for the Prime Video commercials and it's advertising something else. Nothing to do with it at all. Anyway, so yeah, sure. Let's see. What would I rate this thing? It ain't great. It really isn't great. It's not. I mean, it's watchable, but it ain't great. Parts with Mark's cards involvement with fine. 1.5 stars, I guess. 30%. Yeah, it ain't great. It's not horrible, but it isn't great. I've seen worse. Absolutely seen worse. Space Raiders or something. It's probably worse. But yeah. It's reminiscent of some of that Harvey Korman stuff back in the day. So it's clearly what they were inspired by. As well as all the Ancient Aliens things. It's the only thing they could do next because their ship is headed toward a Soviet, a Russian base on Mars. All they can do next is Ancient Aliens. They ever do another one. But yeah. 1.5 stars, I guess, in terms of the rating system of Stone Gremlins. That'd be a D-. It ain't great. D is pretty bad. D is pretty bad. But yeah, it's not failing though, entirely. There were some bits that were funny. The elixir used to bring the mother back, because the mother character was white. They don't explain it, and they bring her back, and she's revealed to be, I guess, the lady from the first one that's somehow been de-aged because of the Grail. They find a Holy Grail that's running in like a sun thing inside the Earth. So they thought to include that, just because, sure. But the Holy Grail is really an alien power source. Ooh. Oh, it's like, okay, sure. Okay, fine. Well, Iron Sky 2. Coming race. They're not actually coming, but okay. Anyway, so